Hello and welcome back to my channel and to another food shopping haul. So this week I've been to Sainsbury's for a little bit of a change. I like to hop around different supermarkets and like mix it up because I think they always have different offers on at different times, and I like to be able to shop around for the best bargains, and then in turn I can share it with you guys. So I'm going to take you through everything I've bought for our family of 5. This should last around a week. I used to go shopping like every single Thursday and it would pretty much last a week other than a few top-up bits. But I feel like lately I've kind of got out of the habit of that. Sometimes I'll go midweek, sometimes I'll go at the end of the week, and I really want to get back into doing like a bigger weekly shop because I find it just saves money rather than popping into the shops every few days and you end up spending so much more that way. So that's my goal anyway. So basically I will take you through everything I've bought, and then I will also let you know some of the meals we're going to be making this week. I've got a few new ones in there because I am bored of cooking and I'm bored of meal planning and I need some new inspiration. So I've looked up a few new recipes and fingers crossed they're going to be good ones. So let's go and have a look. Right, so here is everything I bought. I must admit this week is quite meat heavy and less on the fruit and veg. I've got a lot of fruit that I need to use up. I've got 2 nets of satsumas, a net of kiwis, about 10 or 12 apples. I've also got a load of carrots, potatoes and onions. And then in the freezer I've got like mango and berries and about 600 million frozen bananas, because every time I buy bananas and they start to go off, I peel them, freeze them, and then use them in porridges and smoothies, but they just accumulate. So didn't need so much fresh fruit and veg, but the meat was quite expensive this week. But I needed it for a few various recipes. So to start with, I got just a couple of loose sweet potatoes. They actually worked out cheaper loose than they did in a pre-packaged bag, even though the pre-packaged bag was like their value kind of bag, if you know what I mean, their cheaper version. I got some white seedless grapes. These were on the Nectar deal and they were £1, I think they were £1.40. Some of these Pomodorino baby plum tomatoes, again these were on the Nectar deal for, they were also £1.40. 2 cucumbers, we seem to just go through a ton of cucumber. Some sweet gem lettuce, this was 80p on the Nectar deal. The cucumbers were 89p, but they are absolutely massive. I got 2 lots of peppers, so I got some of the mixed peppers which are around £1.50, and there's 3 red and 2 green in there. And then the sweet peppers, these are about £1.65, but you get another 2 red and a yellow. So just mix and match really. I'm going to be making a Thai red curry, like a Thai chicken red curry or a Thai chicken red curry soup. I've got some rice noodles to go with this. So I've got some pak choy to go with that. Some red curry paste, this was £2 and it was like the best deal because you got 200 grams for that. I got some toasted sesame oil, a tin of reduced fat coconut milk which was £1.25. What else do I get to go with that? Oh, and some chicken thighs are going to go in there, and then other seasonings and bits. So I've got those to go together. Meat wise, I got some pork mince. I got a 10% and a 5%. The 5% is £2.69 for 500 grams. And the 10% was £1.99 for 500 grams. But I'm going to mix them together and I'm going to add some tikka seasoning and turn them into pork koftas, and then we're going to have salad and flatbreads. But mixing pork mince with Sainsbury's tikka seasoning, for some reason they come out tasting just like a doner kebab. I've no idea why, but I've done it several times and it just seems to work. So that's what I'm doing with those, and it's a lot healthier and a lot cheaper. I got a large pork shoulder joint. I always try to pick the one with the thinnest amount of fat on the top because I'm going to remove the fat. It's going in the slow cooker. Oh, I could pressure cook it, couldn't I? Don't know. Anyway, it's going either in the slow cooker or the pressure cooker. It's going to be tender and I don't want the fat, and you pay by weight, and sometimes a lot of it will be not so much meat and a massive chunk of fat. So something my dad always taught me to do with any joints of meat was always go for the one with the thinnest rind, especially things like bacon. I always look through the packs of bacon and get the one with like the really small rind on, and then the nice thick piece of bacon rather than loads and loads of streaks through it. Same with this, anything like that. You don't want to be paying for the fat. That's not really the point of it. So that's what I always do with that. Probably doesn't make a huge difference, but I've just always done it. I got 2 of the 20% fat beef mince. These were £2.49 for 500 grams. And these I'm going to make meatballs. And I've got some Subway rolls from last week. So I'm going to do meatball marinara subs. I thought that could be nice for a real change. Like I said, I'm getting bored of like cooking and meal planning. So I thought I'd do something different. I bought salmon. We have not had salmon in, I think the last time was from Farm Foods and it was frozen. But this was on the Nectar deal and it was £5.50 for 4 fillets. Obviously there's 5 of us, so I got 2 packs, but we will have some left over. And I'm going to make like a salmon poke bowl. So my reasoning is then probably we can get away with maybe 1 fillet or a fillet and a half each, and I'll chop them up. I'll probably do them in like a soy and sesame seed dressing, maybe a little bit of honey, and then I'll do some sweet potato in the bowl, some salmon chunks, some edamame beans and corn, some hummus, and then things like lettuce and cucumber, and top it with like crispy onions or something like that. Just basically make up a really nice like poke bowl, or like salmon style salad bowl. I thought that could be something different as well. So I've got a kilo of chicken thigh fillets. I'm going to use that for the Thai red curry or the Thai red curry soup. I won't use a whole kilo for that because we're going to have like rice noodles and things with it. So I'll freeze half, and then I got don't know what's in here, 1.6 kilos of chicken breast. This works out about £5.80, I want to say, per kilo. It's just slightly under £6. So the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. I will cut these up and portion them out and then pre-cook them on Sunday, and then that's what we'll have for lunches during the week. Well, I tend to have soup, but my son and my husband take chicken and rice. You probably know that if you've watched my channel. They take that to work, and then for my other son I put some in a wrap, and then for my other son, he hardly ever eats lunch at school anyway, so that's a different story. But yeah, again, I'll just season this. I just tend to chuck it in the air fryer. It takes about 20 minutes, and I just put on whatever seasonings I feel like, and that's that done. Haven't had filled pasta for ages, and they were doing this rana. I've not tried this one, I don't think, or maybe not for ages. So this was £2 a pack. This one is a bolognese flavour, and it says fresh tortelloni, chopped not blitzed. This one is chicken and smoked pancetta. And then I also got the prosciutto cappelletti, Sainsbury's own one as well. So these were £3 each, down to £2, and then this is £2 anyway. And I figured that they say they serve 2, so hopefully the 3 of them with a sauce will serve 5 of us. I don't know, what do you think? These aren't actually massive, and my boys can eat a lot. What I might do is I'll do these. I'll probably do some garlic bread, and then I'll probably do like a big salad to go with it as well. I just thought that might be a nice change, and it's a simple one. I haven't got to spend hours and hours cooking it. So I bought this big tomato sauce for bolognese. This was £1.10 for a large jar. How much is in here? 700 grams. They did have the Lloyd Grossman ones, which were probably half the size. They were on the Nectar deal for £1.50, but I did compare the ingredients, which if you watch my channel, I do it all the time. The tomatoes were the same percentage. This has actually got more tomato puree in it, and there wasn't any other difference. So this actually came out, the one I was looking at was a red wine one, so it had a little bit of red wine in it. But I thought for £1.10 I got like twice the amount, and I got some of these OXO red wine stock pots. So I'm going to put this, maybe a tin of these peeled plum tomatoes in a stock pot, and make a really rich red winey sauce. And then, like I said, serve with garlic bread and some salad. That hopefully will make a nice meal for the 5 of us. These are my favourite plum tomatoes. I don't always buy them. It does depend what I'm using them for. These are in a really thick tomato juice, and they work out just less than 50p a tin. I think value ones are about 29p, so there's not a huge difference. But like if I'm making a massive batch of soup or something, I'll tend to use the cheaper ones. But if I'm making like a pasta sauce or something where you're going to notice it, I use these. Really recommend them. Hash brown bites, these are £2.10p. They're just like mini like tater tot things. 2 lots of the Stamford Street Coast sausages. I think they're like £1.60. It says you get 20. I'm sure you get less than 20 in there. Put them in the air fryer, put them in a tub, put them in the fridge. Easy to grab with a wrap when like kids are hungry. And yeah, they're actually quite nice because they're not too meaty, if you know what I mean. I know that's not necessarily a good thing, but sometimes it's nicer. Over here I've got some more rice. I am loving my pressure cooker for rice. It's so simple, and I'm able to like batch cook it and leave it in the fridge, so I don't have to keep buying the individual packs, which works out so much cheaper, and it's actually nicer. I can't remember how much rice is. It's about £1.10. £1, something like that. Pots of Joy, these were £1.50 on the Nectar deal for 4. They are literally the tiniest thing ever, but I just sort of get, we're not really eating many dessert things like that at the moment, so I just got a few. Baby Bells, you get, these are the 6 for £1.50 on the Nectar deal. some mozzarella. I'm going to put this in the meatball subs, and I will also use like tomato puree and make them into like marinara subs. Pepperoni minis, these have gone up. Oh, they are the barbecue ones. I thought, no, they're the same ones I always get. These are actually £2.50 on offer. I think they're £3 now. But these are the new barbecue ones, which I've not seen before. So I thought they could be worth a try. I suppose it only works out 25p each, but they are literally like a mouthful. So got some of those. 2 lots of this coconut yogurt. This works out as 3 of the pots that I usually buy. And it's still high protein yogurt, like less sugar, nice flavour. And I think this was £1.25, and the other yogurts are like £1.10 each, and I sometimes get them 4 for £3, but this way I've got 6 for £2.50, so it works out a lot cheaper to do it this way, and I can just portion it out into a tub or a bowl. It's not really any different, it's just a little bit more hassle, but it does save a huge amount of money. Cathedral City, this was on the Nectar deal. I think this was £4 for, I want to say 600 grams, but I don't know. 550 grams, and that's the extra mature. 2 lots of cheese strings. These are £2 for 8. Again, waste of money and ridiculously expensive, but they're handy to have in the fridge. I got a low-fat natural yogurt just to make some flatbreads. I find, although the recipes like Greek yogurt, any yogurt works with flour, like plain flour, to make flatbreads. Tin of cream of chicken soup. I'm going to do some macaroni cheese. That probably sounds strange if you don't watch my cooking videos, but trust me, it works. Table salt for like cooking and things. So I got some lighter than light mayo because I was out, and some of the salad cream, the Stanford Co salad cream. Got 2 oat milks, which were £1.70 on offer because they're the barista one. I think they're like 20p more expensive, but they froth up so much nicer. And a big semi-skimmed for things like cereals. Then I got some seasonings. So I got tikka curry powder, tandoori curry powder, and garlic granules. Garlic's £1.10 and these are £1.25. These are the kind of things I will just shake on top of the chicken when I put it in the air fryer. And use as marinades. And the tikka is what I'm going to mix with the pork mince, and it comes out tasting just like kebab because it's got coriander seed, cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, salt, oregano, paprika, turmeric, ginger, cardamom. Yeah, probably because it's the seasonings you would use in a kebab, the majority of them anyway. So yeah, I got some of that. I got some soft, extra thick white toasty. This is 75p. It's actually a really nice bread, and it does stay really soft, especially for sandwiches. 10 free range eggs. I've got some of these Nature Valley crunchy dipped. I think these were £1.50 instead of £3, and you get like 8 packs of 2 little mini biscuits. The gold bars, which I hate, were 14 for £2.20. And then some Doritos. These are on like the price, what's it called, price lock or something, so they stay at £3.15 for 12, which is not really too bad. Air freshener was £1, maybe £1.10. This was a good price. I've not used the colour protect, I don't think, but this was half price. Instead of being £7, this Persil was £3.50, so I probably should have got more than one with it at that price, but I wasn't sure how good the colour protect one is. They did have the non-bio and the bio, but I thought I'd try this one instead. I got some Phil Smith. I don't think I've really heard of him, but this is the Bond and Plex Strength Boosting Conditioner Fortifiant for, I don't know, damaged and weak hair. My hair's not particularly weak, but it's just basically just a conditioner. I think this was supposed to be £7 or something like that. It was £1.75, so I don't know. Let me know if you've used Phil Smith or if it's any good. But I thought Bond and Plex, that's probably going to be quite a good one. I also got some of this Pantene Miracle Serum. I've literally run out of this. I use it pretty much every time I wash my hair, and I actually leave it in. You can rinse it off. I think this is the identical one. I don't know whether mine had collagen peptide in it or not, but this is usually £5 and it was £2.50. I absolutely love it. It makes your hair smell amazing. And this combined with the Pantene oils on the ends of my hair have made it really, really good condition. And the boys use it. They say they don't, but I know they do. I know because it's always moved out of my little basket. I got an Aussie Big One Miracle Moist. We all use this, and it's just, I think it's really good value. I think this is £4.50, and even with the 5 of us, it lasts absolutely ages. I've got a large Nando's peri peri sauce because I much prefer this and the ingredients, as you will know, to the ones that you can get in Lidl and Aldi, and it's got so much less sugar and oil in it, and it works out £3.90 for this massive bottle. And another tip, if you buy the hot one, you use less of it, and you get, it's obviously it's the same price for the mild or the medium, but if you buy the hot one, then they don't pour it all over everything in order to try and taste it, so that's good. And then I got a vegetable spray oil as well. This is the only one I tend to use. I don't like Fry Light because it strips all the non-stick off of your pans. So that's everything I bought, and it did come to £142. I actually got £30 saving with the Nectar deal, which was good, and I had a £4.50 voucher. So yeah, still it's quite an expensive one, but I think with the amount of meat that's there, I don't actually think it's that bad. So you can shop around in Sainsbury's, and I think if I'd bought the identical items in Aldi, definitely wouldn't have been any cheaper. I just can't see it have been any less for what I bought. So I know some people don't like Sainsbury's, but if you shop around, it can be okay. So the meals this week, I have written them down because I tend to forget myself. I think I've gone through most of them. So the salmon poke bowl, I'm going to do meatball marinara subs. So I'll make the meatballs and I'll put like tomato puree, mozzarella, probably a little bit grated cheddar in those. I'm going to do a slow cooked pulled pork, and I'll probably serve that with macaroni cheese and then some garlicky buttered green beans. The pork kofta kebab salad-y kind of things with flatbreads and salad. With flatbreads and salad, yeah, and some sauce. The filled pasta for a night when I need to be a bit quicker. And then I'm going to be making a Thai red curry or a red curry soup. I'm not sure what it will turn into yet, but I'm really looking forward to that one as well. So that's it for this week. I just want to announce that the winner of the Kasuri giveaway has been notified, and I have passed their details on to Kasuri, and that was Jenny Buxton. If you want to see her comment and the winning amount of likes, then you can go over and check out the competition video. But that is on its way to you, Jenny, so congratulations for that. I hope you really enjoy it. And if you have enjoyed my content, please leave me a like, share my videos, and subscribe if you're not already. And I am rushing because the dog is currently eating my hair clip, and I'm gonna go. Take care, guys.
Did you make it? Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you wanna be? Maybe somewhere you think about me too.